I mean, I feel like there's only one human being on planet Earth, that could energize Boulder and the fan base of the University of Colorado like Deion has done. And everybody who left that press conference said that was the most unusual, exciting press conference they had ever been at. And I've spoken to folks who've covered the team for 30, 40 years. So, we're coming. Boulder's coming. And Deion put us back on the map.
Is that how you feel, Jeremy? Obviously, this year was very lean. I think I did a bit of quick math. I think the university's like 24-42 over the last 6 seasons. So it's been tough. But do you feel like instantly, though, University of Colorado is a player again on a national level here?
You're right. The program had flatlined. I mean, there wasn't even a heartbeat. And on October 2nd, when Carl Durrell was let go, I had one guy in mind, and it was Deion Sanders. And I called Rick George, the athletic director. I said, Rick, we got to go get Deion. He's the only guy that can overnight make this program relevant again. And I've respected Deion for a long time. I'm a multi-sport athlete, football and skiing. He is the reason I wanted to ski in the Olympics and play in the NFL. But I didn't know anything about him as a coach until he got Travis Hunter to commit to Jackson State. I mean, Travis Hunter was the #1 recruit in the nation. I mean, Travis had offers from Alabama, Georgia, you name it. And I was like, wow, that is some serious recruiting power. And we're already seeing it. I mean, we're seeing it now. 5-star recruits, including Winston Watkins, who's one of the biggest recruits on the planet right now, just say commit to Colorado yesterday, the day that Deion was. So, and by the way, the University of Colorado has only ever had 3 5-star recruits come to Boulder. So look, it's a new chapter. It's a new day. Throw the records out the door. Throw the past 2 decades out the door. It's going to be fun and exciting to watch.
Jeremy, when you put that out there, when you said we got to go get Deion, were they receptive right off the bat?
Yeah, right off the bat. And look, I knew it was going to be a long shot to get Deion Sanders, who grew up in Florida, lived in Texas, missed to the snow of Colorado, right? And so on October 2nd, I called Steve Smith, former Carolina Panther. I called Brandon Marshall, former Denver Bronco, Sean Merriman, and Myron Roll, 4 of my really good friends who I knew Deion highly respected. And I said, will you call Deion right now or text him and say, we want him here at Colorado, and ask him if he would take a meeting with Rick George. And so those 4 guys helped a ton. I think that made it legitimate for Deion. He and I were just talking about it yesterday. He's like, dang, man, I didn't know Colorado had so much clout. I was getting all these calls from all my buddies. And so, but Rick did the hard work. I mean, getting him here, getting the contract done, getting the money to get him paid. Rick deserves all the credit in the world. I think he's the best athletic director in the country. I've said that from day one. What he's done to these facilities and fundraising, and now it energizes fan base. He deserves all the credit in the world.
Certainly, he's done an incredible job, Jeremy. But you too. I mean, it sounds like you really played a big part in this happening. It really does.
Deion and I were laughing about it yesterday. He's like, "Oh, so you're the puppet you're pulling all the puppet strings." But it was cool, man. I got to meet the whole family, and like I said, I idolized him growing up. I mean, he was my guy. Like, my mom and I were laughing about it last night because I wanted to change my name to Deion when I was 12. Like, real story. So to have him at Boulder and to have the world come full circle, I'm just so excited for all Colorado fans, all college football fans. This is good for college football, whether you like the Pac-12, whether you like Colorado, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. So bring your popcorn, because the movie's coming to theaters soon.
it's already exciting. Right, well, Jeremy. What's the ceiling? What is there a cap to what Deion can accomplish in Boulder, or is there not? Is it national championships that can be won? Not saying next season, but in the future.
They asked him yesterday at the press conference. They said expectations have never been higher here, including in 1990 when they won the national championship. Are you stressed about that? Are you worried about that? He said, baby, I'm too blessed to be stressed. I'm not worried. And so, look, the sky is the limit. I mean, this is a game of talent. The more talent you can get to a university, the better chance you have to be successful. It's no surprise why Alabama wins almost every year, and LSU and Georgia. They get all the 5-star recruits. So if Deion Sanders can continue this trend of bringing 4- and 5-star recruits, both from high school but through the portal. I mean, the portal opened on Monday, and it's lighting up for the University of Colorado. If he can bring the talent here, and I think he can, the sky's the limit. There is no barrier in which what the University of Colorado football team can accomplish next season and beyond.
I'll get you out of here on this one, Jeremy. I mean, I think it's probably an indication of how coaches typically speak, but I see some people are upset that Deion said, "Hey, get in the transfer portal." Essentially, if you're not gonna do it our way, then I thought it was refreshingly honest. And the fact that he was honest with those kids, I thought that was amazing, to be honest with you. I see some people have criticized him. What was your take on that, Jeremy?
He said it brilliantly. He said coaches either get terminated or elevated, and he got elevated. And everybody understands that. This is a competitive profession. This is a not for long profession. Coaches don't last that long. And he's right. You either get called up to another league and a bigger stage and a brighter spotlight, or you get eliminated.
Yeah.
And Deion was called up. He's got a Power 5 conference now to play. He's got the spotlight of the nation. And let me guarantee you, inside every media room, from Fox to ABC to ESPN, they're all talking about when they can televise Colorado games next year. And we've come a long way in the past few days.
That's incredible. I don't think there's anybody out there that could have made this difference this quickly. It's absolutely incredible.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think a lot of people have you to thank, Jeremy.
Small part in it, but I'm grateful to play a small part. And Deion's in Boulder.
Let me ask you this, Jeremy. I'm sorry. I know I said last question. Do you want to be involved in any way going forward now?
I told Deion and his fiance Tracy, however I can be helpful. I'm from Boulder. I've spent my whole life here. I know everybody here. Everybody's excited to embrace you guys. If there's anything you need, you let me know. But I love my day job. I'm the CEO of a really cool tech company. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. But anything that Deion or the CU family needs or Rick needs, I'm there.
What's your company?
Integrate. It's an enterprise software business, and we're over 400 people now, and I'm having a great time and leading a bunch of really great people. So that's my head coaching job, and I'm pretty happy with it.